guys, Pokemon Trainer Red here with another hot video. Today we're going to drop a little bit of a hot color change. Some of you guys like color changes. For some reason it happens to hit that YouTube magic algorithm, so I thought, you know what, I should do one. I should do a color change. This one in particular is a variation of a wonderful move by your boy and mine, Paul Harris, called the Instant Replay, the Simple Switch, which if you just take it on its side, you could use it as a hot little bit of a color change for your Instagram compilation videos. But before that, special shout out to our sponsor, the Pigcake Magic Academy, where for $5 a month, you could get 2 videos a week going over card and coin work. What? Over 130 videos already, and yes, you get access to those when you sign up. What are you waiting for? That's like the price of a small pack of white t-shirts a month. You could definitely miss out on your long white tees. This is in the mid 2000s. So go ahead, check it out, support the channel, support the boy, and well, enjoy the content because it's there for a reason. So for this, I'm going to show you guys a number of little things you could do with this hot move, as well as just a couple little sandwich bits, color change bits. You could use it in other contexts, and I'm going to show you guys that in this particular video. So first of all, what you need is you need an Impasto deck. You need an Impasto deck by Obeck Studios, which you could get at the UME website, UnitedMagiciansEmporium.com. I have the link right here. Hit him up, tell him Pigcake sent you. Call him a cutie, tell him his mustache is thick and that Pigcake sent you. So here we're going to be taking use of this particular deck, and the color change itself is very simple to do. All you need to do is well, that's it. That's the color change. It's a very simple color change. All that's happening is you take the card, throw it back on the deck, and when it touches the deck, it changes color. That's a wonderful little bit of a hot move if I've ever seen one. So let's get into the actual mechanics of the basic move. First things first, you're going to show a random card. In this case, we have the King of Hearts. Is this in focus? To be honest, the King looks a little bit right? Looks a little bit on the side. But while you're showing the King and talking about the boobies, you're going to get a little bit of a finger break underneath the top card of the deck. A finger break, just like that. You could use this method over here that I've discussed many times. You could use the pinky pull down if you've done your pinky push-ups. You could even just slide the card this way and say, hey, look, and then slide it back. You could do whatever it is you want, but you need your pinky in there, separating it from the rest of the deck. Now you're going to show this card and you're going to drop it on top of the deck. I like doing this little bit of a Dan and Dave flourish. It's kind of it's a little bit of a variation on this one, right? But I can't do that well, so I just do it this way. All I'm doing is just using my middle finger to lever over the card and then just turn it over. And that's all I'm doing. But it looks a little bit fancy, right? So now I'm going to pick these 2 cards up as one, and I'm going to regrip it this way. The reason I'm going to regrip it this way is because I'm going to regrip it a 3rd time. But it takes place in less than a fraction of a second, so you don't have to worry about that. That's all that's going to be. This is the end position of where you want to end up. So this is just accomplished by picking it up like this, regripping it with the middle finger and the thumb. If you want, you don't have to pick it up initially and place it back in the hand. All you could do is just lift up with your thumb and bend it this way with the middle finger and the thumb, and that's still a perfectly acceptable way to do it. Luckily for you, Rosa Parks took care of all that hard work, so you don't really need to worry. So you're going to get into this position. You're going to grab the card between your middle finger and your thumb here. So your thumb is on the left edge, your middle finger is on the lower long edge, and your forefinger, which is my grandma's favorite finger, it's there in the middle, putting a little bit of pressure, a little bit of that convex. I never paid attention in math class. I was too busy learning card tricks. What's going to happen, you're going to put a little bit of pressure. You're going to release from your thumb. That's going to be what you're going to practice. A lot of people I've seen release it from the middle finger, and they end up doing one of these, which works as a color change, to be honest, but it's not the color change we're going for in this case. So you're going to release with your thumb. You're going to put a little bit of pressure with your forefinger to bend the card, and because of that pressure, the card wants to release that energy. So it's going to release the energy if you release it by the thumb in the form of flipping once. You don't want to do one of these actions here where the card's flipping in the air like some sort of well, honestly, retarded ballerina. You want to do it so that it just flips exactly once and then lands on the deck. So all you're doing here, one more time, you're releasing from the thumb, and you are going to let go, and that card is going to turn over once and land on the deck. Now the key here is that you have to wait for your neighbor's dogs to stop yammering. This is why I can't support PETA, to be honest. This is why I can't support PETA, because I think animals are filthy creatures. Apart from puppies, those aren't puppies though. Those are full-fledged dogs that apparently bark at anybody even thinking of crossing in front of the street. Now, a little bit of a hot tip here. You want to land as square as possible on the deck. You don't want to land up here. You don't want to land up here. You don't want to land up here because then the card's going to have a chance of slipping. And the spectators, as much as we like to refer to them as stupid idiots, well, they're going to be aware of that because they have eyes. You're performing typically for people that have eyes. So when you do that and it lands up here, which could look cool if you catch it like this, but you really have to be an expert virgin to do that. So I don't know if you guys are willing to take that vow of silence. But you don't want to land it too low. You don't want to land it too high. You want to land it right on top of the deck itself. So that way you can just push off the single card and then show it to the spectator as being, well, the card that's now transformed into a different card entirely. So there's a number of things you could do with this actual move. You could use it as a little bit of a split, as I use it in performance. In this case, let's get a 4 and 2 2s, right? So we have the 4 on top followed by 2 2s right here. You're gonna get a break underneath those the lowermost 2. You're gonna show the 4, and guess what? In doing the move, we have a little bit of a split action. So I'm doing the exact same move this time with 3 cards. That 4 has now split into 2 2s. That's kind of a hot and heavy move if you ask me. Now if you want, you could actually take this back and reverse it by taking the 2 2s and then they merge back into a 4. You could definitely do that as well. Another little bit of a hot tidbit. Here's one that's going to require level 90 virginity. Level 90 virginity. Leave a comment below as to what level virginity you are, and actually let me know. Let me know. I stream every Wednesday and Sunday on YouTube, so make sure to hit me up on one of those. It's every Wednesday and Sunday at 9 p.m. Hit the little bell icon so you know when your boy's streaming, because you could ask me in person. You could talk to me and ask me what my level of virginity is in person. So here's a little bit of a hot move. It's a little bit of a sandwich load. But typically sandwich loads are done like this, right? Where you have this and then you go, and then the card appears between. I actually taught a wonderful method called Monkey in the Middle on 52 Cards channel, which allows you to do this without really any sort of load or get ready. But here, you're kind of turning it on its end. You know, you're gonna flip it upside down, you're gonna stick it in the toilet, and you're gonna take its lunch money for doing stupid card tricks. Right, Jonathan from 4th grade? I haven't forgotten. But here you're gonna do a couple of things. You're gonna show the 4, and you're gonna get a break with the 2 kings. I should have mentioned that earlier. You're gonna get 2 kings or 2 cards that you would typically do a sandwich routine with. And now you're gonna take the 4 and you're gonna do the exact same thing as before, get a break underneath one of those kings, the topmost king, and you're gonna show the 4. Now here's where the virginity comes in, because you're gonna need to get a break underneath this king as well, because 2 moves are gonna take place at once. Number 1, you're gonna do the action of the instant replay, which is that. Now, just for the sake of completion here, this is again based on this instant replay move by Paul Harris from his Art of Astonishment series, and you are pretty much using that as a color change. That's just the formal explanation there. Paul Harris does it with 2 cards like this, and that's known as a simple switch. However, this is obviously using the same mechanics as a color change. So for this, the actual transformation that you're going to try to accomplish is that this 4 is going to turn into the sandwich, which is going to be this thing. It's going to turn into this sort of idea. So the way you do that is that you're going to do the instant replay switch with this hand at the same time that you're doing Louis Simonov's flip and move with the left hand. So a little bit of a hot tip here. I would say focus more on this hand. You're always going to nail the move with the right hand. So worry about this. But when you combine the flip and move and the instant replay move, you're going to have a nice little bit of a transformation where it looks like that 1 card has turned into the sandwich. So you could use this at the end of a sandwich routine. So you place the king supposedly in the middle of the deck, you're still holding on to the 4, and you could subsequently get into this and then show that one more time the 4 has managed to sandwich itself between the kings. Oh boy, what a hot one that was. More like hot chips, am I right? You should check out the hot chip series. It's potato chip, spicy knockoff, really ghetto variation of that show with Sean Evans. Oh boy, so that's the instant replay color change. I hope you guys like that. I hope you guys are still watching this video, even though I kind of gave the indication that the video is about to end, even though I probably shouldn't end the video at this point. and let all those haters just end the video and miss out on this, you know, bit of information, a bit of banter that I have at the end of videos. But it's definitely a cool color change to do. It's one that's going to take a little bit of practice. You want to make sure that you're landing it square on top of the deck each and every single time. But it's a cool variation. You see the duck change done a lot. I like this way more than not, because I can't do the duck change. So here's the one that I do because it's a lot easier. I'm a lazy magician. I do things so that I don't have to work a lot. But that is the instant replay color change. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know again what level of virginity you are in the comments below. I'm gonna go figure out different ways to use Airheads blueberry candy coated gum to try to pick up chicks at the trap bar. At the trap bar. See you again when I see you again. 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 When I see you again.